Hey, good morning. Welcome to BKP Politics. I am your host, BKP, and you're watching FYNTV.com. Good Thursday morning. How are your allergies? I will ask. I'm drying up a little bit. I don't know what time exactly this morning the eye will start watering, no joke. So, how are your allergies? Fighting it a little bit here. But I feel great today. Glad to be with you, 8 a.m. this morning. Now, I want to start out, well, first of all, always never forget, you can contact me 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. That doesn't mean I'm up at 3 or 2 in the morning, but you can. You can text message, contact, email me 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I take time off, but I don't take a day off. Now, I'm not bragging or nothing, but I don't take a day off. I work 7 days a week, but I do take time off throughout, sometime in the day. I'll take off every once in a while, but I do something every day. There you go. Always, you can contact us here, right there. There's some of you that know that you've gotten text messages from me on Sunday, and I try not to do that. I try to respect everybody. I do consider it the Lord's Day. I do. And I try to respect and not send people a text message on Sunday, but every once in a while I slip up. Contact me, social media, right there, Voice of Rural America on our YouTube channel. Now, there is so much to cover today. This is not Photoshop. At first, I'm going to say this, a friend sent me this picture yesterday. I thought to myself, did someone Photoshop this? Seriously. Not that, my friend would Photoshop a picture or whatever. Is this like, I got to check this out. So I started checking into it. This is real. Like the first time I saw this picture, you see this, the first thing you think, did somebody Photoshop this? But yes, this is real. Number 16. Okay, just want to start our morning. A couple things that are happening at the border. This is number 16. Yes, those say, Biden, please let us in. Who paid for all those nice shirts, went through the crowd, handed them out at the border? Biden, please let us in. We're your voters. That picture is not Photoshopped. Now, something else I want to open up with, because we have so much to talk about. HR 1, federalizing our elections, trying to combat states. And that's where I want to start right there, okay? Go ahead and take that down. People are disturbed to know that that's happening at the border. Anyhow, states all across the country, I think, is it 40-some, whatever? But there are an enormous amount of states that are looking at their election laws, okay, voting integrity in their state. And we need to now is the fight, now is the battle, it's right now, not 2022, okay? I will tell you this, if in 2022, when we get to the primaries, if something doesn't happen as you think it should, that will not be the time to say, why didn't they fix this? It will not be the time. The time is now. So I don't know about all the legislative sessions across the country, but I do know this. Legislators that are making an attempt, and I'll use that because there's so many, including Georgia, they're not going the distance. Okay? You and I know that. They're not going the distance that we think they should, but they are changing some things that can make a difference, okay? And a big difference. I mean, the state Senate in Georgia, the SB 241 would overhaul how the Secretary of State can handle things in Georgia. I don't want to say never happen again, but what happened last March with Brad Raffensperger, our Secretary of State, would not happen again under SB 241, which has him in the Secretary of State office hot under the collar. But that being said, So across this country, there are some bills that your state legislators need your support, because I have said every day the opposite side. We showed that yesterday. We showed Stacey Abrams clips, fair fight, the attack. Okay. I mean, they are down at the Capitol doing sit-ins. They are blocking stairways. They are yelling at lawmakers. They are calling lawmakers and demanding they vote no on these bills. They are trying to get these bills watered down. Now, last but not least, or not last, because it's never last with me, right? But of all people, we have to be concerned with in Georgia is Brian Kemp, our governor. He is concerned, my sources say, he's trying to water down these new election bills. He's trying to water them down because if and when he sits down and signs them, in the current form is almost, let's say, an indictment of him for the last 3 months saying, oh, nothing to see here. Our elections were free, fair, balanced, equal, all the above, right? So we need to show our lawmakers support. Now, I am telling you, no matter where you're at across the country, you go to your state capital, and if your lawmakers are not going to do the right thing, just simply say, you've lost my support, and stick with it, okay? You can do what you want, but I don't see the use of yelling and screaming at them and calling them names and, I just tell them they've lost your support and go action. The word now is action. We have to go into action right now, okay? And just tell them, you've lost my support. If you go to a lawmaker's office anywhere in the United States and you tell them, we want no excuse absentee ballots, throw it out. You have to have an identification. No identification, can't vote. You make the list. And if lawmakers, your lawmaker that represents you or your senator, representative representing you goes against that, simply say, you've lost my support. Make it very clear. Say, look, you've lost my support. I want to be very clear. That will not change. And I will tell you this. Tell them you've lost my support, right? Watch this. And you can't buy it back. Because that's what they do. They try to pass bills in your district to buy back your vote and support. They do it every session. The time is now to stop it. What they do all across this country in state houses is so many of these politicians go against what you want. You say you've lost my support, and then they pass a couple bills that says, this will buy you right back. Not this time. That has to be the key, not this time. But I have said here, and I'm getting a little long on this because I'm so encouraged. I'm so encouraged right now on what could be. But I have said every day, call your lawmakers. We need to now more than ever show them our support. Not kiss up to them, okay? Not break, but say, hey, stay strong. Hey, don't let the opposition, we know they're coming after you. Don't let them get you. Stay strong. This is what we expect. And let them know you're out here. And a group did that. So I want to do just a quick. I love this yesterday. I'm seeing pictures on the internet. Give me number 65. A good friend of ours here at the show for years. And so a friend of mine I've known for a long time. She's been on the show before. She got a group together. She put out, and did I send it? Yeah. This is a handful, okay, of patriots that went to the Capitol yesterday to say, lawmakers, we're supporting you. If you do the right thing, we have your back. If you do it, don't back down now. We're here to say we'll help push you through, okay? And a good friend of our show here, Debbie Dooley, went on social media a couple days ago and just started really encouraging everybody. hey, let's meet at the Capitol. Let's go in and at least go to, the leadership offices. All the leadership offices, we're going to go there. We're going to give thank you cards. Yes, thank you cards. We're going to say we want you to stay strong. And they didn't go in and attack, okay? They went in to let them know, hey, we're here. We know Fair Fight and Stacey Abrams is out there. We know that they're coming after you. So they went to the leadership. This is a handful. This is a handful. And I thought this was neat. And I'm not negative on any of the leadership. Everybody's busy. Excuse me. This is the last week at the Capitol for crossover. Everybody is busy down there. And they stopped by Georgia House Speaker David Ralston's office, knocked on the door, went in, and told them, hey, we are here today thanking leadership and encouraging leadership, to stay the course on the House bill and Senate bills affecting the elections, okay? And here is number 66. When they told Georgia House Speaker David Ralston, when his office said, hey, there's a group here that wants to say hello, he came off the floor. He was on the floor yesterday. He came off the floor and he invited several of these visitors into his office and he listened to what they had to say. Now, I could say I don't always, because lawmakers, it don't matter which one, we don't always agree. But he took a minute because they were coming down to say thank you. And I just want to give all of them a shout out. And here is number 67. He come off the floor and he took a minute, and Debbie Dooley was able to sit and say to Georgia House Speaker David Ralston, here is how we feel about the laws, especially in the House. Here's how we feel that needs to go forward with election law. And we're here to encourage you guys to stay the course. And if you do, we're going to support you. I mean, that's my understanding of what took place yesterday. But I thought this was really neat because every day I'm bringing you how Stacey Abrams and Fair Fight and all these organizations are out there attacking them. And right now, I'm not saying to go to the rhinos, and I'm not saying to go to the lukewarm Republicans and beg them. I'm not doing that. But at least go let them know, hey, stay the course. We are here. Okay, our voice is here. And I just thought it was neat yesterday. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, all the patriots that went down to the Georgia State Capitol yesterday and showed your support in trying to get these bills pushed through and not watered down. So go ahead and take that down. I know that was long. It just made my day yesterday to see that, because that's what we got to do. Action. I'm calling for action every single day on this show, and I appreciate that. So today is March 4th. The media is going nuts. So I thought I would drive them nuts too. Okay. Excuse me. Give me number 22. The Capitol is under a major security lockdown again today. We call it March 4th. We call it AKA Q Day at the Capitol. Boogaloos, the 3%ers, whatever they're all called. But the Capitol, our Capitol, the media, all they're talking about today, every bit of it, all they're talking about is how the Capitol is under high security alert because March 4th, this is a day where Donald Trump actually gets inaugurated and all the Q followers show up and attack the Capitol again. I mean, as interesting as it may be, I'm going to look in the camera and tell you something, because I've had people put on social media, they've called me QAnon crazy. I've read, I read everything. So I know Q. I read so much of it, but I read the left. I read everything I can, no matter what side it's on, so I'm familiar with it, okay? So I get it what QAnon says today is, okay? That does not make me a supporter. But I just want to say this, if you would watch any of the news accounts this morning on how they're treating the Capitol and they're concerned with attacks on the Capitol today from these people and calling them crazy, oh, you should just watch a little bit of this morning to see who the real crazy people are at the Capitol. Now, something else we're going to cover, number 2, okay? Number 2, give me number 2. The House passed historic voting bill, and that's why I opened up today. That's why I opened up today with what I did. It's going to have to take patriots all over the United States. It's going to have to take citizens all over the United States. Look, Donald Trump, okay? If you are waiting, now if you can see, take this down a minute, okay, so you can take that down, but bring it back when I tell you to bring it back. Just one more time, if you're new around here. If you can see, that's a mega flag, okay? That's my Trump mega flag, okay? This is my Blue Lives Matter flag, my United States of America flag, my peaceful protest, my Trump without Pence, okay? I support the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. And if he runs again, I probably will support him in 2024. Now, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't go off because I said probably. Okay? Because Republicans, number 2, Brian Kemp, Mitch McConnell, what do they say? I will support the nominee. Their party line, they lockstep, and their party line. So odds are I will support Donald J. Trump, probably, okay? But I don't go around saying I'll support the nominee. The point I want to make is the House, HB1, they're trying to federalize elections to stop Georgia. You see, the Patriots yesterday that went down to the Capitol, they want that stopped. They want to take over elections nationally because they are in fear of what these patriots will do in charge in 2022. And I don't mean politicians. I'm talking about real patriots that are going to run for office. And when they take back the House, are actually going to make some serious changes this time that we've not seen in the past out of people like Paul Ryan, Eric Cantor, if you remember that name. We're looking for serious changes. But that being said, that's why I call for action every day. Is what you see yesterday is why I'm highlighting the Patriots and begging you every day to get involved. So don't wait, okay, till it's too late. Don't wait for your Donald Trump sighting. He came out at CPAC. He gave a very stirring, President Donald Trump gave a very stirring speech. And in that speech, he said, I'm not creating a third party. There you go, number 1. So the Patriots that went to the Capitol yesterday in Georgia, just put yourself in their place all over the United States. You are the Patriots that have to go to your capital. You are the Patriots that have to go to he said, we're not starting a third party. Boom. Okay. He said, we have a party. And I'm not going to go backwards. I said this the other day, but we have a party, Republican Party. Go, don't wait. Donald J. Trump, 2024, in some ways, it's a long way. It's time out of your life. Life is short. Time is precious. So right now, all Donald J. Trump can do, he can raise money for the party. Yes. He can endorse candidates. Yes. He can go campaign for those candidates. Yes. That's great. That's it. It's you, we, the people, that have to take back our state houses, take back our local government, and take back our federal government. Won't be Donald J. Trump. It'll be the Patriots. So that's why things like this, we have to talk about. Now, I want to say something because so many things should stir you to become active. And action is the theme right now. Action. I don't like talkers. Well, wait a minute. You talk 2 hours a day. Have never run into you yet. Have you ever shut up? I get that. All right. Well, every time I see you somewhere, you're talking. No, I like doers. I like action. I like people to get out there and go. I like people to pick up the phone. I like people to go to the Capitol. I like people like D.A. King that gets up in the morning and calls and says, why can't we pass HB 228? I hope I'm right on that, my good friend. Okay, I like doers. And I gravitate to them, and I just love everything about it. And this is a call to action, not just talking, not going on social media. Oh, did you see what I posted? No, go. All right, so I'm going to stop there because I'm going to give you so many things that should stir you. And we have some good stuff. Yes, we are going to talk about smooches. Yes, that's Andrew Cuomo. Oh, smooches. Why, I smooch everybody. Why, when I meet you, I give you a smooch. I've never touched anybody inappropriately. I'm a smoocher. I smooch everybody. I'm not going anywhere. So we'll talk about smooches in a minute, all right? But that's a diversion. They got the smooches we all know. All right, Chris Cuomo. Mario, his daddy Cuomo, okay? Papa Cuomo, okay? Mario. Smooches, Andrew. Chris, Fredo, the whole Cuomo. All right, they're low-life womenizers, right? They are. We know that. This is not new, so why now? We know why now, okay? Give me number, and I don't want to get stuck on that. I say that all the time. But give me number, I had it here a minute ago, because we brought it up yesterday. And it's real simple. And they're trying to, there it is, number 18. Show me 18, and I want to get off this really quick. 18, okay? Now, 18, look, you have smoochers in the middle, Cuomo, but you also have Dim Whitmer, and I'm going to throw him out there. One of my cousins lives in Michigan, said some of them may call her Dim Whitmer, but you have Whitmer up there in Michigan, and you have Murphy, Tom Murphy down in New Jersey, and you have the Wolf. Yeah, beware of the Wolf. That's Tom Wolf out in Pennsylvania, and you have Gavin Newsom in California. The list goes on. About the time it was getting stirred up, it was getting hot, the Department of Justice, the investigation on the murderers. These are murderers, my opinion. It might be second degree, okay? Might be second degree or whatever, but these people murdered senior citizens in nursing homes. About the time that heated up, why, all of a sudden, some woman on a plane said, Status Cuomo wanted to play patty cake and she was offended. I'm just saying to move past that. But here's an interesting piece, okay? And I have it here. I will find it. It won't take me too long. Should have it here soon. Give me number. This is something like when they're on TV and they're talking about Q Day. Go ahead, take that off the screen. I call it Q Day at the Capitol. QAnon Day at the Capitol, March 4th, all right? They don't talk about this because put this together. Equity, equality, right? Cat in a hat, a racing cat in a hat, okay? You guys are having so much fun with that. I don't mean we like it, but what all, between Mr. Potato Head, and Cat in a Hat. You guys are really blowing up social media with some pretty humorous stuff. But give me number 17, okay? And I want to go over this a little deeper later in the show. And New Jersey will now teach, okay? New Jersey will now teach kindergartners about equity, unconscious bias, and economic equality. Right. Yes, this is true. This is true. Now, don't change it yet, but get 19 ready. I'll be going there in a minute, okay? I'll be going to 19 in just a minute, okay? I want to find this. I got 19 tabs open. I refer to them as tabs, right? What did Rush used to say? Somewhere in my stack of stuff. So for me, it's in my 19 tabs I have open. Okay, where is that New Jersey story? I'll have to find it later in the show. I will find it, though. I'll find the New Jersey story. Anyhow, the New Jersey will teach kindergartners about equality. Now, look at the date. Here's what's interesting to me. If you look at the date on here, you might not be able to see it. Why did this come out? Murphy, the governor of New Jersey, announced this Monday, okay? Monday, all right? This is March 3rd. This story came out yesterday. He announced Monday. Now go to, what's the importance of the date? Go to number 19. Guess who got confirmed Monday? That's what I'm saying. Watch these confirmations. See, Murphy knows this will be national. This will be national. Our children. We have a man who thinks he's a woman that says that actually was the head of pediatrics at Penn State, a man who thinks he's a woman, the head of pediatrics at Penn State, will now be HHS secretary, when confirmed, assistant HHS secretary, who believes hormone blockers mutilating our children. A child can say as early as 3 years old, I don't know if I'm a boy or a girl. It's disgusting. Totally disgusting, okay? But they know they have the full support of Joe Biden and the Department of Education now. This will all change. Number 19, Senate confirms Miguel Cardona for Education Secretary. When Cardona was asked about I think it was from Rand Paul, about transgender men competing in women's sports, he wouldn't answer the question. He used to be the superintendent of schools in Connecticut. Okay? He supports transgender athletes, men, okay, that think they're women, to compete in women's sports in high school. He believes that's okay. That's why you have so many state legislators now passing laws. Georgia has one on the books to prohibit that because they know what's coming down the pike with this guy. And that's why Tom Murphy, the governor of New Jersey, said what he will do, number 17, right? Monday. They'll start teaching kindergartners everything they need to know. Brainwashing them, cleansing them of all history, everything, gender identity, you name it. And I'm the crazy one. I'll be right back after these messages.